This video is for legal professionals looking to understand what skip tracing is and how skip tracing can benefit Canadian legal teams. I'm going to cover the 5 main questions I receive on skip tracing. These questions are: what is a skip trace? What can a skip trace do for me and my client? How much will a skip trace cost? What information do I need to initiate a skip trace? And how quickly can I receive skip trace results? So let's dive in. First question, what is a skip trace? A skip trace is the action or practice of locating a person whose whereabouts is no longer known. In older times, these practices would have been carried out by tax collectors and crown representatives. Keep in mind that in older times, the death penalty was also present for people who did not pay their debts. Thankfully, we no longer live in those times. There are options and avenues for both consumers and lenders, and it is important now more than ever that legal teams understand what options are available to support their claim. A skip trace provides you with all relevant, up-to-date information on your party, whether it be a corporation, an individual, a witness, or plaintiff, whoever you need information on. Physical addresses can be uncovered, as well as telephone numbers, secondary contacts, places of garnishee, assets, income, and any other relevant information your legal action requires for its successful outcome. If you are ever in a position where you need more information for your claim, give our sales team a call. Moving on to number 2, what can a skip trace do for me and my client? Most legal professionals are blown away when they find out just how much information can be obtained through a skip trace. Since we do offer a long list of products, I'm going to cover the 3 most common skip traces we receive and perform for our customers. The first one is locating corporations and individuals for service of documents. The second one, pre-litigation asset searches, and the third one, enforcement searches where you have already received your court order. Diving into the locating for service, the locating for service uncovers any and all information required to serve your party. If the person is deceased, out of country, imprisoned, homeless, or at a facility where contact cannot be made, such as a rehab or halfway house, our tracers will locate a next of kin or contact person who can accept information on your party's behalf. A detailed affidavit will be provided to you in support of your application for subservice order. Next are our pre-litigation asset searches, which gives you all information on who your action is against and what their financial situation looks like. Understanding the opposing party's assets, income, and overall financials gives litigation teams the clarity they require prior to filing any claim. In this case, knowledge really is power. Next are our enforcement searches where your court order has already been obtained. You have your judgment, great. Job well done, now what? You need a skip trace detailing any and all enforcement options for collecting your judgment. These searches include garnishee locations, assets, and income for enforcement of the court order. Our team is committed to seeing you collect for your client. Any other information we deem necessary for successfully enforcing your claim will be uncovered and provided to you. Question 3, how much will a skip trace cost me? The cost of skip tracing depends on 2 factors. The first is how much information you or your client have prior to initiating the trace, and the second is how much information you require for your action. As a service-based industry, we are always looking to get you the most results with the lowest cost possible. Knowing immediately what you are trying to achieve and how much information you require, along with the information you already have on hand, will allow our team to provide you with the best quote possible. A quick search, for example, can start from around $40. However, an in-depth investigation can run into the thousands, depending on the country we are searching in and the size of your client's claim. It really depends on how much information you need here. For purposes of this video, I want to give some general costs of our main products. So our main products generally cost within the range of 500 Canadian dollars to 1,000 Canadian dollars. These can of course be tailored lower, and we can always work within your budget. Again, it is always best to speak with one of our sales representatives to get a more aligned quote. Question number 4, what information do I need to initiate a skip trace? We can generally find whatever information you require, but the more information we have up front will give us the edge to complete the job with the lowest cost possible to you and your client. We ask for any and all information you might have on hand, such as retainer agreements, contracts, subrogation packages. A copy of your filed claim, if readily available, can be extremely beneficial to the trace. The more information you have up front, the less time and disbursements will be spent on your request. But remember that we can perform all of these services with extremely limited information. So don't hesitate to send in your request just because you feel you don't have enough information. We can work within your situation. Again, it is always best to speak with one of our sales associates directly, depending on your situation. Moving on to question 5, how quickly can I receive skip trace trace results. Time is always of the essence when it comes to litigation. So we do commit to having results back to you as quickly as possible while also ensuring the ongoing health of our team and organization. For standard requests where individuals need to be served, or for pre-litigation reports, our commitment is to have results back to you within 7 to 14 days. For standard requests associated to enforcement of judgments or orders, we endeavor to have our results back to you within 14 to 30 days. Otherwise, we will work with any timeline you provide us, so long as you outline your deadline dates to our team at the time of listing so that we are aware. There is a saying we often use in our team: the impossible today, miracles tomorrow. We thrive on challenge. It has been our experience in 27 years in business, and with tens of thousands of parties located, that challenge should be met with curiosity and determination. We consider ourselves to be an extension of your firm and stand behind our results to you.